What's good? Wow. Alright, hold on. I don't think I broke it. Oh, shoot. Alright, so we're not doing that again. But what's up, y'all? I'm just gonna give y'all a quick video. Pretty much story on how I ended up with this car from having a blown up car in the driveway. It was kind of a long story, but I'm gonna give y'all like the timeline and all of that. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so as y'all know, I've not had this car for very long. I've had it only for 6 months. Done a good amount of stuff to it, I guess, considering I don't work like a hefty job and I can't afford a lot of it, but you know, things happen. It's hot. I'm getting back in the car. All right, basically, here's the story, right? So, had my 2004 Accord. That was my first car. I'm gonna throw pictures up, whatever. I'll throw videos just to match story, all of that. This first car, I had no discipline, all of that stuff. Y'all need discipline with your first car. If you're a car person, you gonna find a way. I had people asking how I was doing what I was doing. I was like, bro, I don't even know. Like, yo, like, you need discipline. You need it, because if you like speed and all of that, you gonna make the same mistake I made. But that mistake also led to me having you know what I'm saying? So pretty much I was making not very smart decisions, not racing or nothing like that. It's an Accord. I wasn't racing nobody. But I made some not good decisions and ended up blowing the transmission. Yeah, it was crazy. I had fun with it. I really did have fun with it. So I got the car in January 2023. The car blew up in December. Car blew up literally, I want to say right at the beginning of December, the first few days. Yeah, it blew up. I blew the trans. That night, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna tell you how I did it, right? So I'm getting off work. I'm still in the work parking lot. It's wet outside, and like I said, I like to make not very smart decisions with my car. So I was getting ready. So I'm basically with my car, throw it in neutral, pull up the handbrake. It was a Honda, so front wheel drive. Pull up the handbrake and rev it up to maybe 3, and then put it in drive and floor it. Man, I'm spinning them tires like crazy, man. I had like 4 sets of front tires. Man, I like videos like this. I'm really just sitting here talking. I ain't got to do all that driving. I'm about to do it, right? I got my handbrake up. I'm in neutral, all of that stuff. And my glasses there. I'm already at 3,000 RPM, and I'm like, nah, let me not. Something told me not to do it. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. Then I went to put it back into drive, but I didn't let the RPMs drop first. So I'm in neutral, still at 2,500, 3,000 RPM, and I threw it in drive, not thinking that I was still up in RPM, and threw it in drive. Parking brake was still up, and it caught. It didn't start spinning the wheels. It caught because I didn't have my foot on the gas, none of that. It caught, and all you hear is like, yo, loudest noise I've ever heard come out of a car, ever. I promise to God, on everything I love, I've never heard a car make a louder noise than my car made that night. I had a video of it somewhere, of the noise the car would make, and I don't have it anymore. I don't know if I could find it somewhere, but I'm gonna do my best to find it. If not, I'm gonna throw a video in of another car making that noise if I can find it. Yeah, blew up the car in December. I left it at work, right? I left it at work. Manager was cool with it, but his manager, he knew it was my car. He said it wasn't. He didn't know, but 3 days later, I left the car there. Now, mind you, it my fault. It was in a bad spot because we pushed it from where it was, because it blew up in the middle of the parking lot, and it was a hill. So we pushed it from the middle of the parking lot to like a spot. But it was taking up 2 spots because it had to park sideways because the car wouldn't move. car would if you put it in drive, it would say on the dash, it would say park and drive at the same time. It wasn't doing that. That car wasn't going nowhere. And if you didn't have the e-brake up, if you put it in park, the car would still roll. It was done. It was toast. Cooked. Left it there for 2 days, 3 days. On the third day, my manager, or one of the managers, not my boss, but my manager, one of the managers at the store, called me. He was like, "Hey, they're calling a tow truck to come get your car." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it's 8:45 in the morning. I don't even function till like 1 o'clock. So like, I'm asleep. Like, he calls me. I think I have a video of it, of me being upset. "On your car, you need to come get it." And I'm like, all right. So I call, what is it, Geico or Progressive or something like that. I had a free tow. We called the tow truck. My tow truck beat his tow truck there. Man, thank God. If it didn't beat it, I don't know where the car would have ended up. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, my boss's manager, my boss's boss called. And he said he didn't think it was mine. Later on, I ended up hearing him say, "I should have towed that stupid piece of junk Honda sooner." Yeah, right. Anyways, car was broke. I didn't have my car at all Christmas break. So I was driving my mom's car. Maybe November. Maybe it broke in November. End of November. That sounds a lot. That sounds right. End of November. Because I know I was driving the Blazer in November. Car is broken. Got the tow truck. We left it here. Car was down. I had the car. So December. I want to say I sold the car in like February, maybe. We're sitting here for a while. You know, sometimes I would get in it, start it. It wouldn't make any noise if you started it, but if you even thought about changing that gear, it would start screaming at you. I sold the car, $500. That was that. I was looking, and I was down bad. Not down bad, but like I had no money for real. I had like $1,500 saved, right? I think when I ended up coming to get this, I only had like $1,800. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of money saved up. But March came. I got this car on March 8th. I'm sitting here. On March 8th, we went to Ford down in Charlotte. I don't remember what Ford. It was like Ford Town and Country or something like that. And they had this G37, right? I'm gonna put it here if it's still there. Or if I still have the picture, I'm gonna put it right there. There's a G37. It's a 2013 IPL, man. I wanted it so bad. It had like 105,000 miles on it though, which was like, why are you getting that? But whatever. It's a 2013. And I'm pretty sure with insurance or the banks, they don't want to finance a car that's over 10 years old. So like, at least I couldn't get it financed at a good rate. You know what I mean? So I struggled. Ow, that hurts. Ooh. Found the G37. We went to go see it on the 8th. And we went down there. We went to talk to people, whatever. They test drove the car. Man, I loved it, man. I was ready. Like, it was like a black, and it had like a cherry red. That car was peak, and I was ready for it. And you know, we go in there, start talking numbers, and they talking about some. It's a $13,000 car, and they're talking about some. We want $4,000 down or something like that, $4,500, and your payment would be like almost $500 a month. And I was like, are you serious? No. He's smoking the finest weed ever. Like, there's no way. That's the numbers they brought us. Walked clean out of there. And I was like, I was in a mood all day. I was just like, yo, like, what is even happening? Like, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get in that, like, of course it's not working out, like, mood. And I worked later that day, so it was like, you know, like, I was kind of ready to just show up, have a new car or whatever, all of that. And we get back into the city I reside in. We go to some extra other dealerships coming in and see if there's anything I like. One dealership had this Mustang. It was like a 2015. It was a 5.0, but it was convertible. And I was like, no, I don't want it. I just don't like convertible Mustangs. Period. They're not my thing. Maybe if it was a hard top, I probably would have got it. if I could have got it. But you know, my credit score was good, so because of my mother, she helped me out. But I paid for everything on this card too. I just had the cosign, and I was like, screw it, whatever. So they take me to work and drop me off, whatever. And I told my dad before I left, I said, if you see like a Q60, if you can find a Q60, let me know. Because then I was like, you know what, bump it, I'm going to get a Q60, right? And my mom, or the Q60 that we found on the internet, dealership was like 45 minutes away, and they were closing in 45 minutes. So we were like, bump it, whatever, if we find it another day. But here's the thing, we were in such a rush because they pulled credit at the Ford dealership. They pulled my credit, and if we did it in another day, it would have been counted as 2 credit pulls, right? So we wanted to get it done in that day, or it's like 2 days or something like that, until it'd be counted as another pull. So like, if we did it again that day, it wouldn't have got counted as another like hit on my credit. So then I'm at work, whatever, and my mom shows up to my job, and she's like, hey, can you come outside? I was like, sure, whatever. And I'm upset right now. Like, I'm just like, all right, because like, you know, I didn't show back up with the G37, which I was really hoping for. But you know, I go outside and they have this thing, bone stock, none of the stuff that I put on it, like literally just the box. And I was looking at it, I was like, it's nice, it is nice. And my dad's in it, and the dude, they took it from a test drive. I was like, so did y'all buy it? And then he hops out the back. I was like, oh shoot, okay. And they were like, no, do you like it though? And I was like, I took a sec. Okay, but yeah, like I said, they showed up to my job with this, and I was like, looking at it, and I was like, dang, okay. And I hit the gas pedal, I hit it, and I hear, I was like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, but I didn't know for a fact at the time that these could have the 5.7 in it. I didn't know anything about them for real, because I wasn't thinking about a Chrysler, you know what I mean? And so whatever, I tapped the gas, and it goes, I was like, whatever. And I'm sitting, and I'm like, yo, I like it though. Like, it's cool. And my dad got me into big cars. Like, dad, he's got the Scat right there. Like, that's a big car too. Like, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, this is nice. But I also needed a car by the end of the day, so I was like, you know what, yeah, go for it, whatever. And you know, I go back into work, they bring the car back, they start the paperwork, and then they needed me to come over to sign the papers and all of that, whatever. Long story short, walked out with the car that night. I was very surprised, because they were like, yo, the banks might be closed, whatever, so we might not hear anything back, so I'd have to go get the car in the morning. So I was like, okay, cool. Nope, I left with the car. Yeah, I did. I left with the car. But yeah, everything from there is pretty much solid. You know, Chrysler 300, 19 years old. You know, sometimes I wish it was like, you know, a V8. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got something coming for it. I do. I definitely do. I got, yo, Tank Phase 2 is for the smack so hard. Man, Tank Phase 2, 2025. 2025 music. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this car is about to look different in a little bit. It is. It's about to be a different car. It definitely is about to be a different car. But like, I mean, then now we're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, very grateful for it. You know, sometimes I wish, like I said, I wish it was the higher model, whatever. But like, I really can't ask for more. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes I be in my dad's car, and I'm like, yo, I wish my car made this one. But at the same time, like, man, I love this thing so much. I love it. But yeah, that's really it. That's the whole story. I kind of like videos like this, so if y'all watch the whole thing, let me know if y'all want more story times or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. Yeah, just let me know, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'm out. I can't stop the video.